Huh? What are you doing in my swamp?
Hello everybody, this is Ogre Boy, and I'm going to be doing my review for the 2000 movie Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. This is the live-action version directed by Ron Howard, and pretty much follows the exact same story as the animated holiday special from the 60s and the book, except they add to it. They add a backstory to the Grinch and why he hates Christmas so much, because he was bullied during Christmas time and humiliated by his classmate who would later become the mayor of Whoville. And one day he's roaming around Whoville just causing chaos throughout it, and nobody knows that the Grinch is there, but Cindy Lou Who comes across him, and she almost gets killed in this little machine at the post office, and he saves her, and she makes it her mission to change the Grinch's ways and get him to come out more and be accepted by Whoville. And so he agrees to go to the Whovilation, which is a party that, because she nominated him to be the contender to win the award at the Whovilation party, and he goes, and of course when he gets his award, it's something to bring back the bad memories of his childhood and stuff, because the mayor is the one that gives out the award. And that's when the Grinch decides he's gonna steal Christmas, and he ends up taking all the presents and stuff, and is planning to get rid of them, just like in the book and the animated special. But he hears the Who singing and realizes that there's a lot more to Christmas than just presents. So he takes the stuff back and redeems himself, and that's pretty much the story of the movie. Like I said, if you know the story, you know how it's gonna go anyway. They just do it a little bit differently in here, and I actually enjoyed this one quite a bit. I always have. It's been one of my favorites ever since I saw it for the first time as a kid. And I didn't get to see it when it first came out. I saw it a year later when they released it on VHS. And I remember the day that we watched it was the day that I got Shrek 1 on VHS. And we watched that, and then ordered The Grinch on pay-per-view, and watched it right afterwards and everything. And I just absolutely love this movie. It's been one of my favorites ever since then. And the cast in here are all really good, especially Jim Carrey. When I think of the Grinch, Jim Carrey is the first Grinch that I think of, because he just is absolutely perfect in the role. He's hilarious, and there is a lot of pop culture references and stuff that at that time was kind of starting to be common in family movies and stuff. It really started getting more common when Shrek came out a year later, but this one had a lot of pop culture references, and Jim Carrey is just off the wall insane in this movie. They let him have free range to do whatever he wanted in the scenes. I think I don't know 100% if most of his stuff was ad-lib, but I'm pretty sure it was. I know a good chunk of it was, and he goes all out for it and everything. And the costume and stuff for the Grinch looks awesome and holds up really well. I think he looks really awesome in the costume and everything. And from what I understand, he almost quit the movie because the costume process was so hard to deal with. So I gotta give him props for sticking through with it, because we got a really, really great performance out of him in this movie, and he really, really did a good job in here. And Taylor Momsen as Cindy Lou Who is really good too. I think she really doesn't get the credit she deserves in this movie, because she is a big part of why the movie has so much heart and everything, and she's great in here. And Christine Baranski plays Martha May Whovier, who is kind of a love interest to the Grinch. It's implied at the beginning of the movie when they show the backstory that she had feelings for the Grinch and stuff, and he had made a Christmas present for her, and the kid that would become the mayor of Whoville is making fun of him and stuff, and he tried to shave to try to please Martha, and they make fun of him for that too. And so and the mayor is a really unlikable character. He's just that school bully that you just can't really like. He just isn't very good. But I do kind of feel like some of the stuff with the love story between the Grinch and Martha May is a little forced, and it doesn't really go anywhere and stuff. Like at the end of it, she gives the mayor his ring back because he proposed to her earlier at that party scene and stuff, and she didn't really even accept it. She just, I guess, took it to shut him up and stuff, but she didn't really accept it and everything. But at the end of the movie, she gives it to him and says her heart belongs to someone else and everything, and was indicating it's the Grinch, and it just kind of felt forced. It didn't really go anywhere. They didn't have any other scenes together to make the romance work. So if there's anything I can say negative, that was a negative for me in this movie, it was that. It just didn't really need to be in there and everything. But aside from that, I really love this movie, and the way the dialogue is written, where everyone talks and rhymes and stuff, I think is pretty good. They do a good job making it feel like a Dr. Seuss world, and everything, and like the production design and the sets and stuff look great, and the makeup effects on the Who's, like it feels like a Dr. Seuss world come to life and everything. They did a good job on that. I will say the cinematography in here also isn't like super great. It's not terrible, but it could have been a little bit better and everything. And the movie's not near as colorful as a lot of Christmas movies are, but I also kind of like that too, though. It's just one of those mixed things on and everything. It's not really something that drags the movie for me or anything, but I do really enjoy it, and it's one that every time I watch it every year, I always enjoy it. Usually I watch it at least twice a year and everything, and I'm hoping to try to go see it at a movie theater on Friday. That's how much I like it. Like, I just watched this movie tonight, and I'm gonna try to go on Friday to see this movie at the theater, because it was one that I missed out on as a kid. I wanted to see it in the theater so bad, and didn't have a way to at that time, because I don't really know why. I was 8 years old, so I don't really know if there's a specific reason why I never went or what, but it's just a really, really fun movie, and the score in here by James Horner is excellent. He did a really great job with the score, and the song in here, that Where Are You Christmas, sung by Faith Hill, is really, really great too. I absolutely love that song. It's one that I listen to a lot during the holidays and everything. It's just a really, really catchy song, and Faith Hill is one of those that I like her, but she's not one of my most favorite singers. I don't really hate her or have anything against her or anything. But when it comes to Christmas time, that's one song I always do listen to, and it's probably my favorite song that she's ever done, really. And Anthony Hopkins narrating it is just spot on perfect. He does a really great job with his narration and everything. So like I said, this is a really, really fun movie, and personally, to me, it's the definitive version of the Grinch. Like I like the animated version, and I love the book, but like if I'm in a Grinchy mood, this is the one that I'd throw on most of the time. I've been kind of revisiting all the other versions of the Grinch this year, just because I want to watch them all and review them all, because I haven't really watched them in a long time. So I'd say I'd give this one a 9.5 out of 10. It's really an entertaining movie, really a lot of fun, and to me, it's a classic. It's been a staple of my childhood. And it's one of those that I love every time. I have a lot of nostalgia for it and everything. It came out like when I was the perfect age, so that's probably one of the reasons I love this one as much as I do. I know a lot of people either love or hate this movie. I know a lot of people my age still like it and stuff, but I know a lot of people don't, and one of the big complaints is the Grinch didn't need a backstory, and yeah, maybe he didn't really have to have a backstory, but I think for this movie it worked and everything, and I think that if you're going to do a almost 2-hour movie, you kind of have to add stuff in there to fill out the time and everything, and I think they did it well. I think it turned out really good, but anyway, let me know in the comments what you think of Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.
The halls with horse and donkey, la 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 la. Christmas time can be so wonky.